What's up? We are back again. We seem to do this a lot, and you guys come back and you keep watching, and I honestly don't understand why. I don't get it. I mean, we just ramble and we talk about wrestling, and I don't know. But we have the NXT review for one it is January 8th of 2015. Pretty good show tonight. The opening segment was kind of long. Um, for the review wise, it was long. Um, it wasn't really long on the show that much, but there was just so much to write down. So, kind of bear with me on this one. But we open up with the new NXT champion, Sami Zayn, coming out to the ring. As you know, last week he said he's going to be coming back. Finally, after the attack from Kevin Owens. I still always want to call him Kevin Steen. It's so hard for me not to call him Kevin Steen. I can't do it. But he comes out. The entire arena is chanting "Ole," "Ole, Ole, Ole, Ole." If you don't know, his old gimmick in Ring of Honor was, well, you already know. But I just totally had a brain fart with what I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about. Sorry, it's one of those nights. I had completely blanked on what the entire conversation I was talking about. But yeah, El Generico. There's so many luchadors tonight that I talked about that I'm kind of like I have Del Rio in the review that I mentioned later on, and then the Dragons, which Dragons aren't freaking Mexican, so I really don't. Anyway, but like I said, the his old gimmick was El Generico, so the chant was Ole, which I'm still surprised they kind of don't really censor because WWE doesn't like to kind of take anything from other companies. So I'm surprised they don't do something. I don't know. Not that they can because the fans are chanting so loud you wouldn't be able to kind of cover it up or, mask it, I guess. But Sammy gets in the ring. At this point is when they're chanting. He drops the mic and he gets out of the ring and goes into the crowd to celebrate. So that was kind of cool. I kind of wish I was there. That would have been pretty awesome. Because wrestlers really don't do that anymore. They don't just kind of get out into the crowd anymore like they used to. But he gets back into the ring and he says, sorry about that. I just thought a proper thank you was in order, which I guess, because, the fans are the reason he's there, pretty much. So that was pretty cool that he did that. And then the fans chanted, "You deserve it," which he does. A lot of guys get "You deserve it" chants that really don't deserve it, I think. He says, "Let's talk for 1 second about what this means." And he's referring to the NXT title. He says, "In the hands of anyone else, this title means you're the best. In my hands, it means something entirely different. It means you can do it your way. It means you don't have to listen to what they say you have to be. You don't have to listen to what they want you to do, what they think you need to do. They referring to, the powers that be, other people. Basically, just do things your own way, which was cool.
Not Little Jimmy? What about Little Jimmy? I thought they was Little Jimmy.
No, it's not Little Jimmy. Little Jimmy's gone. Little Jimmy, he got cut from the roster. He is on the Indies somewhere. I don't know. He He says all you gotta do is do you. So that was cool. The crowd chants Sami, Sami. Yeah. Sami says, here's the cheesy part. And he says, I'm gonna hate myself for saying this, but I have to get it off my chest. This this is not mine. This is ours. Again, referring to the title. I like this because, um, I mean, it just shows that he really appreciates the fans. A lot of champions, it's their title. You know, they don't really put into consideration the fans. You know, but then again, a lot of, except for John Cena, a lot of the title champions are usually heels. I've noticed in WWE, there's not many face champions as in the past, even decade. A lot of them are heels. Like Randy Orton is usually a heel when he's champion. Anyone, well, Randy Orton's the only other one that's been champion in the past like 10 years. Besides Brock Lesnar, but he's a heel and he's only there like part-time, so he doesn't really count. But anyway, he says, I'm not just a professional wrestler. I'm not just a WWE superstar. I'm in a band. And the band is Sami Zayn and the Zaniacs. And everyone here plays an instrument. Everybody here makes the music with us. We make the music. We do. We write the songs that make the whole world sing. The fans chant Ole again. Sami yells, I love that song. So he was really getting into it. I was like, yeah, I wanted to be in that crowd. The crowd seemed really hyped tonight, and it seemed like a different energy, at least when Sami was out there. But Sami says, NXT Takeover should have been the best night of my life, and it was. It just didn't end the way I wanted it to. It ended with Kevin Owens bleeding and sweating, crying while he hugged me right here. And it was 100% real, and he ruined it. He killed it. He hurt me. Well, guess what? You hurt me, but you didn't end me. I'm here, and I'm back. He says, and I have the title. Basically, he says he's ready to defend it anytime, anywhere. Before I get into the next part, what did you think about this so far?
I liked it. I liked the ovation for Sami Zayn. I liked that he was soaking up the moment and everything. I thought that was really cool and kind of humbling too for a champion. You don't really see him go out into the crowd like that, like you said. Sami Zayn and the Zaniacs, I thought that was pretty cool. But you know, if you're gonna be a band, you kind of gotta be on beat. So like, there was a point where they were chanting Ole, and like, one part of the crowd was starting the chant, and then the other part of the crowd was like at the end of the chant. And I was like, well, if you're gonna be a band, you gotta be on beat or something, you know. But you know, close enough. But that was about it. I was glad he got a chance to really soak this moment.
Yeah. As soon as he says he is ready to defend it anytime, anywhere, Adrian Neville's music hits and he comes out. Zayn hands Neville the mic, and then goes to get another one. I thought that was cool. Adrian says, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but this is something I wanted to say to you weeks ago, but obviously I didn't have the opportunity. He says, last time we were in this ring, we had a battle, and on that night, you came out the better man. Talking about TakeOver. Neville congratulates him. Sami says, obviously, after all we've been through, that means a lot. He says he doesn't know every rule in the rule book, but he says, I'm almost sure you're entitled to a rematch. he starts to say that they're both not at 100%, but, and then as soon as he says but, Regal's music hits. We get a Regal chant too, which I feel like they were just chanting everything tonight. Like, if you brought a burrito out, they would have probably chanted burrito. Um, but Regal says, "Excuse me, but it's not about me tonight. It's about these two great competitors in front of me." He says, "Gentlemen, firstly, I'd like to personally thank you in front of everyone unquestionably it's unquestionable. I can't talk tonight. That the contest you had at NXT Our Evolution was one for the ages, and it makes me proud that you compete under the NXT banner. And it is without question that Adrian Neville is due a rematch for the NXT Championship." So basically, he just lets us know that next week they will have the rematch for the title, which is cool. I don't see Adrian winning the title back again, but I'm kind of curious to see who's going to be the next number one contender for the title. What's your thoughts on the end of this promo?
First off, Adrian Neville is now my boy. I don't know what it is. I just like Neville. I think it's because he gets overlooked a lot of times because Zayn's so good, and I feel like he doesn't get a ton of credit. And I'm all for taking up for the guys who don't get the credit they deserve. And I think Adrian Neville is pretty impressive in his own right. I'm excited for when he goes up to the main roster though, because I feel like he can probably make a splash, and he does something. Will definitely get the crowd excited on the main roster. I'm excited for the rematch because I know it's going to be good. I don't expect Neville to win because they're bringing him up to the main roster. They're already talking about specific gimmicks and stuff on like wrestling news websites and stuff. So I haven't read any of them, but I know I've seen a couple of titles that had him involved in it. So he's going to the main roster very soon, so he's probably not going to win. But I'm going to cheer for him anyway because he's now my boy. So I got to, it's a must. But I'm excited though. I'm excited that it's next week, and I'm excited that as much as I wanted to see it this week, I'm kind of excited that it did have a couple of weeks to kind of fizzle out and then come back. Because like a lot of times if you have the same match again, it feels like we're watching the same thing again that we just saw the night before.
Yeah. Yeah. And that got me thinking when you said that he's coming up to the main roster soon. I wonder if he'll be in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. I could see that. I had thought about that. I was like, maybe they'll put him in the Royal Rumble first because that's usually where they put someone before they put him on the main roster. But I don't know if they're gonna wait. Like Rusev was in the Royal Rumble last year, but they waited a while to actually put him on the main roster. I don't know if they're gonna wait that long.
Yeah, I don't know. They always have big returns or big debuts on Royal Rumble though, so I'm curious to see who's going to be on it. But that's on the 25th, I believe, so we have time for that. We have time. We get a backstage interview with the Vaudevillians. I didn't get who was the interviewer in this one, but the interviewer says, "Gentlemen, tonight you have another opportunity," and he's immediately cut off by Aiden English. English says, "That's right. We have the opportunity to right the wrong from NXT TakeOver, and thank you to the righteous Mr. Regal for giving us the opportunity that we rightly deserve." He says, "Now we get a chance to show the WWE Universe why we deserve to be NXT Tag Team Champions and why we are so manly." And then Simon Gotch adds, "Thank you," at the end. What did you think of this, the interview?
I just thought it was just getting me excited for the match. That was about it. because I just knew that the Vaudevillians were gonna pull it out. Anyway, I just knew it. But I love how Simon Gotch as well. He has to have the one strap T-shirt as well
Yeah.
to go with his whole thing. I love how he has to do that. But it just really got me excited for the match because I knew what was going. Yeah.
Anyway, next we have the NXT debut of Curtis Axel versus Hideo Itami. I think it's really funny how Curtis wants to jumpstart his career in NXT, and oh wait, wasn't he on the original NXT? Yeah, and then he was in a little faction called, what was that called? The Nexus. Yeah. On top of that, he was the Intercontinental Champion and the Tag Team Champions. Theoretically, this makes no sense. Like, realistically, this makes no sense at all. If you think of it from, like, a reality-based standpoint, it makes no sense. He should already, like...
Be world champion! Oh, sorry.
No. Maybe be 3-time Intercontinental Champion, but no. But anyway, it starts out to this match really showed kind of the strength and power of Axel, in really good control of Itami, which is kind of what you want to do with somebody debuting. You want to kind of show his strengths rather than his weaknesses. You don't want to debut him looking weak. But he did a lot of trash talking and a lot of like heel moves and heel things to kind of build up that we already know that he is a heel, but he's still building it up really well. I don't think he has a problem with that. I just think his gimmick hasn't really caught on with the fans, which I don't know why they don't just kind of repackage him again. I don't know. But Hideo comes back and gets another beautiful spin kick like he did in the last match for the win. Was a pretty short match, but it was a good match for Curtis Axel's first match in this NXT as Curtis Axel, because as we know, before he was Michael McGillicuddy in the original NXT.
So that doesn't really count, right? So technically, he wasn't the same guy before, so it doesn't really count. This is his first NXT as Curtis Axel.
What are your thoughts?
Well, obviously, I was excited because my boy, not Adrian Neville, but Curtis Axel was in the ring there, and I love to see Itami too because I like Itami's really impressive to me. I love it when heels talk in the matches. I really love that. It really just gives it that even more heel type of edge. They were kind of making Axel look stupid though. Like they do this a lot with a ton of people, where like you're swinging at them, but like you gotta not swing at him like you're stupid. Like it looked like Axel was really stupid. He was swinging at him. He was like it looked like he was gonna like fall over or something. And I was like, they can't let Itami make Axel look stupid already, right? I mean, he's got to at least put up a good fight. Itami was pulling out those clotheslines though. Like he was basically just clotheslining everybody, especially Curtis Axel. By everybody, I mean Curtis Axel. He was clotheslining a lot in this match, and I like that. But they didn't make Axel look weak either in this match. They kept it where Axel actually had, it felt like, control for the majority of the match, and I think he looked pretty good for the majority of the match. The nice spinning roundhouse kick by Itami for the win. I really like that move. I'm really a big time fan of that move. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with Axel. I don't know why they didn't just kind of repackage him and then throw him into NXT instead of like, well, let me jumpstart here back in NXT. I don't. Why didn't they just like repackage him and then bring him back to NXT and act like we don't know who he is? Because a lot of people probably don't. A lot of people probably like, who's Curtis Axel? Who's that guy? Intercontinental Champion. Wait, let me check Wikipedia. So.
Oh, Mr. Perfect Son. Okay. Okay.
Oh, so that's what better than perfect means. Okay, I see. Okay.
I was confused. I didn't understand it. Anyway, next, Byron Saxton is in the backstage area and asks Natalia if he can get a word with Tyson Kidd. Probably to get his thoughts on the copyright infringement from EC3. No? That's not... Oh, okay. That's not what they're talking... Okay. Maybe they're doing that on Total Divas. I don't know. Natalia says no, he's really busy getting ready for his big match against Finn Balor next week. She says, do you have any questions for me? First of all, why does he have to get ready now for a match next week? I don't know. Okay. Byron says, as a matter of fact, I did want to congratulate you on the new season of Total Divas. They gotta get that in there. They gotta. She says, thank you. I do cry a lot on the show, but it's good to let it out. What does that have to do with anything? At all? What? Tyson interrupts and says, when is the last time you checked on my cats? Natalia says, our cats? He says, when the cats are sick, he's the one who chews up their food and gives it to them and gives them mouth to mouth. And at this point, I was done with the cats. I'm moving on. Tyson says, as far as Finn Balor, I'm not looking past him, but I'm looking past him. I'm looking at the NXT Championship, and I will finally become the face of NXT. But not only that, I will also replace Sarah McLachlan as the face of the SPCA. See, Tyson Kidd is more than just a humanitarian. Fact. I'm also a man of the animals, especially cats, but not Grumpy Cat. I like his gimmick, but the cat stuff is...
I mean, they have to throw in the part where he chewed up the food and stuff.
The cat stuff is stupid because unless you watch Total Divas, you have no idea what he's talking about. You don't know that they're, I don't know. But what is your thoughts on this interview and craziness?
Tyson Kidd, Tyson Kidd, 2Ds, is, so good. He has to prepare for his matches a week in advance. So you got to get that preparation in. He got to get that pre-preparation and then that actual, preparation. So he's that good. That's the main reason what's going on right there with the preparation thing. So I guess anytime Tyson doesn't want Natty around, he just tells her to go check on the cats. Like, you want to go check on the cats for me real quick, so I can do this interview. Just go check on the cats real quick. He just the cats. They need Natty, obviously. And I don't know if you caught this, but why this man have some bunny ears? And I just got it. Why this man got cat ears on his hood, for real? Did you see that? Did you see the little?
I did. I did.
I mean, like I was like, wait a minute, what? I thought this dude was cool. Wait a minute, this man got cat ears on his jacket, like in real life. Like, this ain't no fantasy. This ain't something I just created on WWE 2K15. Like, this is real. Like, wait a minute now. I don't know. I don't know what that was there. But I am excited about Finn Balor and Tyson Kidd, because these are two dudes that can work in the ring, and that's a good thing there, especially when you want a good match. I'm definitely excited.
You know what's gonna happen. See, he's gonna turn into the cat, and then we're gonna have the cat versus the bunny. This is what it's a slow, it's a slow change, but that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Yep. Next, we have a video package of Baron Corbin and Bull Dempsey. It was a pretty good video package, kind of promoting their feud and the build up. And finally, next week we will get Baron Corbin versus Bull Dempsey. What are your thoughts? Did you like the video package? Are you excited for the big bulls to go at it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Every Bull Dempsey, I just hear his theme, and I just can't stop saying Bull. So sometimes I just get excited over here, just hearing that theme in my head. Finally, The Rock. No, finally we're gonna get Baron Corbin and Bull freaking Dempsey in a match together at the same time, and the crowd won't be counting 1, 2, 3, 4 because it takes not that long for their matches to end. They won't be squash match either because finally, I mean, we've been building up to this, and then they just gonna throw it in next week. So that's good. That's good. We're gonna have a good show next week. I'm excited.
All right. Next we have. Did you write notes on the Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks?
I wrote a little bit. I didn't go like play by play or nothing like
Okay.
like that.
But, next we have Alexa Bliss.
I mean, Alexa Bliss, Sasha Banks. It's kind of hard to write down, everything.
Well, yeah, I know that's but I guess I'll go first. Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks, obviously with Becky Lynch, her homegirl there. Unfortunately for Alexa Bliss, I felt like this was just going to be another match to show like Sasha Banks' dominance, and it kind of was. But Alexa did get a few good kind of pin attempts and moves in there, but Sasha does end up winning via submission. I kind of want Alexa Bliss to get a push. I mean, Bayley did, and they're kind of similar gimmicks, happy, fun. What did you think of pretty short match, but
For one, where are they pushing Sasha Banks to? For one, she should have won the title before, so Charlotte could go up to the main roster. Since they want to, total diva a couple of the divas on the main roster, they obviously need some help up there. But like, they continue to push Sasha Banks. Like, I understand it. I love Sasha Banks, but I'm just trying to figure out where they're trying to push her to because, I mean, they can push her to an actual women's title win, but she didn't win the first 2 times. So what makes you think she's gonna win the next time? As far as this match goes, Alexa Bliss was back, and I was happy about that. At first, I didn't remember who she was for some reason, but I was excited to see her back. It was really, really cool. The roll through powerbomb she did in this match was really nice. I don't know what it is about the tilt-a-whirl backbreakers when like the divas do it, but they can do some tilt-a-whirl backbreakers. Alicia Fox, Sasha Banks. Y'all got it. Y'all got it down with the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Cause it did look pretty nice. Alexa Bliss, she had like a nice Fast and Furious type approach here. She was really getting after Sasha early on, but Sasha Banks don't care because she gonna get that women's title, bro. She get the bank statement, and that's how we do it. That's how we do it. We hit the bank statement, and we end this match. So. Shout out to the boss. Hopefully she'll get the title soon because I was hoping she would been already had it, be showing it off and stuff, with all the rings and stuff, But we ain't seen it. We ain't seen it yet. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna go down with that. I'm excited though to see what they're gonna do with Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss, all these different divas. They got a bunch of divas they can do some things with. I feel like they may push Bayley when she comes back too. Considering she's coming back from a knee injury, they're gonna push her like the game. So it's gonna be good.
She's gonna come out. She's gonna come back as the female Triple H.
She's gonna have that WrestleMania 30 entrance he had.
That would be great. And next, OMG. Next, Tyler Breeze comes back from vacation and makes his return. So get excited, get pumped. Get pumped. So we have Tyler Breeze versus Chad Gable. Yeah. I really liked Tyler Breeze's tights color scheme tonight. It was nice, the blue and the green. I don't know. Looks pretty good. And apparently,
I mean, he is Prince Pretty though. Like, I mean, what were you expecting? Like,
obviously, I mean, he gotta look good. And apparently, Chad Gable is the new Kurt Angle. His tights and everything it looked exactly like Kurt Angle. And
well, guys, Kurt Angle re-signed with TNA, so Chad Gable, come on up, brother.
and from what they said, he's an amateur wrestler. He was in the Olympics, so he is basically the new Kurt Angle. Come on, WWE, we catch these things. We're not dumb. But Breeze was obviously very dominant in this match, but Gable did show some really good moves. It wasn't a complete squash match. He did do some really good kind of reversals and amateur stuff, which I liked. But Tyler Breeze wins with the beauty shot, as always. So it was actually a really good match for a return and a kind of a debut thing. Usually they're just, like I said, squash matches, but this one was pretty good. I'm excited to see. Hopefully they do more with this Chad Gable guy, because the fans were really cheering for him. It was cut down the middle. There was Tyler Breeze chants and there was Chad Gable chants, which was cool. What did you think of this match?
First off, Prince Pretty, he's back, baby. So, everybody just get excited. The women, they're going to have to, settle down a little bit because he is back. And, sometimes, the hearts that come out the chest and everything when Prince Pretty is coming to the ring. I understand, but, it looked like Gable was getting some good respect from the crowd. That was a good thing, especially being a debut guy. Somebody that they mentioned was in the Performance Center. It's kind of cool that he did get that, that respect coming in. And he didn't get buried either. Like, he straight up brought out all the Kurt Angle moves. He was hitting, like, German throwdowns and stuff. I don't know what you call those little, like, it wasn't really a German suplex, but he had them, like, with the belly to back type of grip. So, I mean, he was looking Kurt Angle-esque. But you gotta find that Hall of Famer in Chad Gable. I think that's the man right there. And Tyler Breeze, he just don't care about this Ugo though. So you gotta look out. He don't care. He knocks that man with the beauty shot, and he wins it. Because Gable, he had tried that armbar on the ropes, but Tyler Breeze, he was not having it. He went with the beauty shot for the win. I love how Tyler Breeze said, might as well give up, Gable. This isn't the Olympics. So he's trash talking too. I like that too. I like it. This is NXT. They'll probably say it's better than the Olympics. Because it's the only wrestling in the world. So you gotta know. You gotta know. Plus you got Prince Pretty beating down on you. Look out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good match. Though. Good match. And it wasn't a squash match, so I thought it was pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I was waiting for the angle slam and the ankle lock. I was coming, and maybe he'll get it in the next match.
That steel cage moonsault.
It's gonna be the Gable lock now. But anyway, backstage, Finn Balor is asked about his match next week with Tyson Kidd. He says obviously he's very excited to face Tyson Kidd. Tyson is someone that Finn has looked up to his entire career. They've trained at a lot of the same places, and Tyson is a product of the infamous Heart Dungeon. When he said that, I was thinking, we're to an era where I feel like in a couple years, a lot of the like younger fans are gonna have no idea what the Heart Dungeon is or was, which is sad. Because that was such a big part of wrestling. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully,
It's all because Brett screwed Brett. It's all Brett's fault. That's what Vince would tell us,
And then
He would let us know.
Then he went to WCW, and his career just went. Bleh. But Finn says.
Did he leave? Hope he didn't leave because he was the host. Can't be, he can't be leaving during the middle of Finn Balor interview. Can't be doing that. Not sure if he left or not. He'll probably come back in like a couple seconds and he'll be in the middle of his sentence, but that's okay. Finn was excited, but he says he's gonna need more than 9 lives to survive Finn Balor, which was really cool because he made a. I thought that was really cool how he made the he made the cat reference. We've been seeing the cat references a ton, so it was kind of cool that he made the cat reference and kind of kept it going. We knew about the cat references, so it was kind of cool. More than 9 lives. Finn's the man. Finn's the man. You want to finish up the rest of it? I told him about the 9 lives portion of the promo at the end.
Oh, how much did you hear before I got cut off? Because I didn't realize it.
Yeah, you were just you were about to continue your. It was nothing after we went on that tangent for a second.
Oh, okay. But no, that was pretty much it. Yeah, he went on.
Okay, he just left. Like it didn't even hesitate that time. But that's all right. That's all right. He'll be back in a second. No need to fear. I don't know what's going on with Prince Pretty though. He's so pretty that someone was creeping on him. Back in the background. Okay, you wanna try time? I think Mr. McMahon is mad at you now. He's hacking in to the system here.
Jeez, come on, Vince. I'm trying to do a review for your company, and you are screwing up with my computer. And right now, and it's not cool, man. Not cool. You're fired, Vince. But anyway, like I think DJ was saying, we come back from the commercial thing that we had, and you could see kind of it was showing after Tyson or Tyler Breeze's match. You could see somebody in the background almost looked like a guy or like a person standing in, I guess it was like not the rafters, but like a dark part of the arena. So
they told Sting he couldn't do that in WWE. They told him he couldn't be creeping on people like that in WWE, but he won't listen.
He's Sting. He does what he wants. No, but I'm kind of curious to see what's that's all about. Maybe it's a new debut. Maybe somebody.
Or maybe it was just Chad Gable upset about he just lost.
He's like, he got up there pretty quick.
Yeah, he had to get that photobomb in.
But anyway, I think I'm gonna give the next match, which is our main event. I'm gonna give this one to you first because it's your favorite tag team, the Vaudevillians.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. The Vaudevillians versus the Lucha Dragons for the NXT Tag Team Championships of the world. Obviously, I don't know if they say the World Tag Team Championships for them, but whatever. It's a tag team title match, and that's how we end the show tonight. So there was a little pull down here when English got pulled out of the ring, and he hit his back pretty hard on the ground. It sounded like a little bit. I think as a wrestling fan, you always gotta love the dual suicide dives. We got 4 of them in TNA last night, so anytime we get some dual suicide dives, we're getting excited as wrestling fans, I would say. The Vaudevillians looked like they had the advantage tonight. They really looked like I actually thought they were going to win, and not because I'm a big fan, but like it looked like there was something different about them. Like we didn't see the little like playful promos or anything tonight. It was all like business tonight, so it felt like they were really gonna give them the belts tonight. But anyway, I don't want to spoil it for you or anything. Um, because it was a nice little leg trap back suplex by Simon Gotch and Taz. Um, it was I felt like the Vaudevillians did a really good job of cutting off the ring. Um, so that's why I was thinking, they're gonna win. They're cutting off the ring well. They're doing everything well. That tag by Kalisto though, he hit like a Hurricane Rana and tagged Sin Cara in at the same time. That was really cool. And Sin Cara obviously got the high tag, and then a little while later we got the Sunset Bomb for a near fall, which I really love that move. It's a really good move, but I'm glad that it's the same way that they did, the first time. Um, I don't, I don't know what the move was called. I don't even know how to call it. Like it looks so good. The move they ended the match with, like you probably wrote down specifics of the move, but I had no, I didn't. I just said whatchamacallit for the win. Like it was too good. Like I like this team. They're really exciting. If they could. Sin Cara is exciting, but I feel like if they can inject some Kalisto into Sin Cara, we'd be good. Everybody be excited about this team, and not make them the Los Matadores when they bring them up either. So, but
They
the
will.
Lucha Dragons,
They will.
They win it. They win it. Unfortunately, and yes, I'm upset. Can't you see it? Can't you see it in my face? I'm upset.
Anyway, first of all, I wanted to say that Sin Cara looks so stiff and kind of not into the pre-match lucha thing that they do, because like Kalisto's always like lucha, lucha, and you see Sin Cara back there like lucha. It looks like Kane's doing it. It's so stiff, and I'm like, dude, come on, like really. And I think the thing I figured it out tonight. The thing that bothers me about Sin Cara is that he, or this Sin Cara, because the original Sin Cara was a little more kind of limber than this new one. Um, he reminds me more of like an Alberto Del Rio rather than a luchador. He seems to have a lot more of the same type of moves and kind of mannerisms as Del Rio does. I noticed.
They'll refired.
Yeah, even though he got, but I mean, even body type, they're more similar than like a luchador, which throws me off, I guess, in the tag team. But there was a lot of pin attempts in this match, and the Vaudevillains did seem a lot more aggressive and kind of smart in this match. They were thinking about what they were doing. They were using good tag team moves and kind of, um, you know, uh, really keeping the Dragons from each other so they couldn't tag in and do all these quick moves, even though they still did. And the Dragons retained. This kind of made no sense to me. Unless they're eventually going to build a rift between the Vaudevillains, but that wouldn't make sense either. Um, I just don't know what they're doing. I think they should have won the belts tonight because I love Kalisto and Sin Cara, but it doesn't. Yes.
I know who's gonna win.
Oh, who?
It's the man who's a certified G and a bona fide stoic. And the man who's 7 feet tall. And you can't teach that. They're gonna win. Obviously, that's what they're building. A man can hope, right?
I hope. But yeah, that ends our NXT for this week. So at least we know that we're gonna get a couple good matches next week. I'm kind of excited to see the rematch between Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville. Uh, I don't think Neville's gonna win the title again. I feel like Kevin Owens is gonna have some sort of be in that match somehow, whether he um, interrupts the match or something. Because he wasn't on this week, so um, I'm sure he'll be on next week somehow.
Do you think that's Neville's last match in NXT?
I don't know. I'm just not sure how they're gonna debut him on the main roster right now. Because there's nothing that really jumps out at me that they would put him in. So I would hope that they. I kind of would like to see him debut on the Rumble.
He could feud with Bo Dallas again.
He could, but I think that would just push him back to NXT because I don't know. Where is Bo Dallas anyway? Is he?
I think he's still hurt. I think he had like a concussion or something.
Okay.
I don't know where Sheamus is. I feel like Sheamus is gonna come back at the Rumble too. I think we may see Sheamus and Bo Dallas come back at the Royal Rumble. If they're gonna, I don't know what they're doing with Bo Dallas. They're gonna have Bo Dallas beat Bo Wyatt, and he's just gonna join the Wyatt family. That's what's gonna happen.
See, I thought they were gonna do that originally. I mean, they're brothers in real life anyway, so it would be cool. But and I feel like Sheamus has been getting hurt a lot the past year or two. It seems like he gets injured and then he's back for a month or two and then he gets hurt again, and I don't know. But hopefully he'll come back at the Rumble. Taker's gonna come back at the Rumble. He's gonna win, and he is gonna win the title at Mania. He's gonna get revenge on Brock Lesnar. This is what's gonna happen. I guarantee it. This is what's gonna happen. I'm not just making this up and hoping that this happens in my imagination. This is gonna happen. And then CM Punk's gonna come back, and it's gonna be great. But
and then TNA's gonna invade WWE, and all the other companies gonna invade WWE. That's what's gonna
Ring of Honor is gonna be there. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a huge. They're gonna have another invasion. It's gonna be great. And then WWE is gonna take another company out, and it's gonna be sad again. Yeah, but that is our review for the night. Follow me on the Twitter. Is it there? I think it's somewhere down there. You can find it. If you need help, ask somebody to find it for you. But it's down there. But yeah, follow me on Twitter. We have some videos coming up, I think. I don't know what we're doing anymore. We kind of just go with it. We go with the flow. So, and over to DJ.
Oh yeah. We got some videos coming. I gotta get set up and everything because I'm moving tomorrow. Going back to school, so I gotta move in there. We'll do some stuff. It's just taking me a second, okay? It's just taking me a second to get it going and stuff. But let me shout out these subscribers before I forget again, because I don't want to do that. We got Luca Latari. If I messed up your last name and your first name, I apologize. But he does have a nice subscriber count, so go ahead and check him out. I think he does music type of stuff. I haven't really had a chance to really look at his channel yet. Just because I'm just barely getting a chance to look at the subscribers now. We got Oomps KCW. We got Cameron Sharp and Mr. Jason 916. New subscribers there. It's weird because I haven't seen these people before, but like my subscriber count is going down. So it's really weird that I just shouted out 4 people, but my count went down by 1. So I'm like really confused. It's probably some of my older subscribers that don't care about wrestling, but you know, that's on them, man. It's on them. Feel free to follow me on Twitter down there. I think I said it already, but if I didn't say it, I said it again. If you haven't subscribed, feel free to subscribe. Comment on NXT. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts? You know, you got any thoughts? Anything popping in your head? Like, bam! Like, I need to say that. You know, feel free to talk about anything about NXT you want to talk about. Who you think should get a push? Definitely, definitely. Excuse me. Like, who you think should, who's going to be the number one contender for the NXT title after, Neville's gone or whatever? You know, who's going to be Zayn's next, number one contender? Don't say Neville because that doesn't count. I know he's the number one contender.
It's Neville forever.
But any thoughts? Feel free to put it in the comment section because I will read it and I will talk about it a little bit if you want me to. Doesn't matter. But see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.